Auction time. This is the 7P series auction. 7P01 is a blade I finished off camera, but I was snapping this on the latest video. Yeah, I just decided to finish it off camera because the edges were giving me a little bit of trouble in the video. See, there's still, the edges are not perfect, and I left it kind of thick. I did not want to snap it in half. It was starting to feel like I could snap it at any time because I'm not used to this material. This amoeba chert, it naps really well though. Yeah. So yeah, this is from the last video. I just finished it, sharpened it up all the way around, and left it as a leaf-shaped blade. My favorite shape. Yeah. I don't like, well, I like the way notches look. I just don't like installing the notches. It is a little bit under 6 inches, 5 7/8. Okay. Yeah, raw amoeba chert from Texas. Yeah. And is it translucent? That's the question also. No, not translucent. 7P02 is a root beer chert from Danny Collins. Yeah, the previous one is from Sal. Yeah, this is amoeba chert from Sal. This one I got from Danny Collins. He supports the channel and sends me this kind of stuff. Yeah, this snapped really well. Let's see, it's translucent, right? Yeah. Still kind of thick. You know, I'm not going really thin these days because I'm trying to practice up for the Cody points. The Scotts Bluffs and Edens are triangular cross section and really thick. And I'm going to be doing Pandale points also. All these points with regular flaking, well, not all of them, but a lot of them require a thick cross section. So I don't want to be in the habit of getting them too thin. So I just left it thick. Yeah, this one is a little bit over 5 3/8 by 2 1/2. Yeah, I measured these because they're gonna look smaller when you get them. My hands are small, so these look nice and big on video, but when you get them, they're not gonna look this big. Yeah. All right, so just a fair warning. It is sharpened all the way around, okay? It's the kind of sharpening that I do when I'm picking at the edge and not trying to thin it ultra thin, okay? All right. 7P03, I did this fully on video. It's a Marshall style point. And I called it an upside down Marshall because I started the base work from the narrow end of the biface, the leaf-shaped biface. So I call it upside down. Anyway, you can see this whole thing on video. This is a amoeba chert from Sal again. Nice stuff. It does have imperfections in it that did lead to a little bit of a crunchy spot right there. And some more crunchy spots, just a little bit. But yeah, it thins down nicely. It's just hard to get it completely smooth because there are crunchy spots. And there's little patches of concrete that the flakes don't want to travel through, in other words. Okay? This one, this is not translucent, this amoeba chert, just along the edges a little bit. That's it. This one is 4 1/2, little over 4 1/2 inches, and the width on this one is 2 a little bit over 2 3/4, 2 13/16, something like that. I do have Marshalls similar to this as artifacts in my collection, or maybe one that snapped. Because they did do a lot of this bold flaking on these And I think this is, an option for the Marshall. Same with Patternalis and some of the other points that are similar to this as far as the base work goes. Okay. $7P04. I did this one completely off camera. Yeah, from Sal. This was not napping all that well, and it didn't work out with the first base that I had installed on this, or the first stem. So I took it down a lot and put big barbs on it. The first attempt at putting in notches so I can separate the barbs from the stem didn't work out well. There was a lot of chatter and a bunch of... I couldn't get past the step fractures and stuff, so I just blew them all out of there. Yeah. It is translucent slightly. And it is a Patternalis style. There are many styles of Patternalis points in Texas. I don't know what to call this style, but there you go. It is sharpened all the way around. There's no ground edges on it at all. There might be some dull spots, but I don't think so. I tried to punch out those notches here cleanly. It was not easy. No. I had to be very careful with this stuff. It had finicky spots in it for unknown reasons. Yeah. Okay. This one is 4 1/8, something like that. 4 1/16. Yeah, 4 1/16. This is a heat treat. Yeah. As far as I know, Sal did heat treat this one. Yeah. So where you don't see any of this mess, it did nap nicely, but not perfectly nicely. You know what I mean? It was unpredictable. All right. But I'm glad I got something out of it. Yeah. 7P05. This one is a Pelican Lake style arrowhead, true arrow point, made from Knife River flint. Yes, yes. Knife River flint that I got from, let's see. NYB, Buckskin NYB, and I'm trying to remember his first name. But anyway, it's translucent, very nice color. Pelican Lake style. I believe it is a Pelican Lake. I'm trying to remember all this stuff. When my brain is fried from napping all day. I napped all morning to get some stuff done because I was not able to do much this week as far as napping goes. Yeah. I had some other priorities. And I reorganized some stuff in my storage unit. Anyway, there you go. This one is 2 1/4. Yeah, 2 1/4. What's the width on it? I don't know. A little over 1 inch. Yeah, just a little tiny bit over 1 inch. Okay. 7P06 is a Dalton Type out of Knife River flint. Yeah, another Knife River flint piece. Yeah. Yeah, without my notes, I can't remember a thing. So, sorry, I apologize. I can't remember your first name. It's embarrassing. Okay. Yeah. Buckskin NYB will probably be joining us in the live stream chat this evening. And then he'll chew me out for not remembering his first name. Yeah. I could cheat and look in the book. Yeah. Not that book. I don't have the right book. Where is it? Marty. It's Marty. I remembered. I wish. Anyway, did I show you? I showed you the translucency. It's a Dalton type, but they didn't make Daltons, I don't think, where this Knife River flint is found. Right? I looked on the map, and Daltons are not made in this area where this stuff is found. But I suppose they could have been made with Knife River flint if they exported the Knife River flint to areas further south and east from where this Knife River flint is found. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I just made some points according to the size of the little spalls and nodules that I have. 2 3/4. Yeah. 1 1/4 across the shoulders here. Okay. (7P07) 3 practice Clovis points. And yes, they are practice because I'm trying to do the flutes freehand. So they're all coming out about the same when I do them freehand. And, I'm not wrapping them with anything before I flute. I mean, I have made better Clovis points than this in the past, using a technique where I wrap the Clovis preform. I spend a lot of time making the preform, wrap it with a very stiff leather, and then hit it extremely hard. But I'm trying to do these freehand. If I can't do them freehand with a long enough flutes, eventually I'm just going to give up and start using jigs. Yeah. Anyway, this one is a material from Sal. Yeah, it's a heat treat. It is semi-translucent. This one's got a nice color pattern to it. Yeah. This one is obsidian. It is a banded obsidian, but it has a little bit of silver sheen to it somewheres. Okay. And this one is Knife River flint. Yeah. I knocked off a good flake from one of the nodules, and I said, I can make a little tiny Clovis out of it. Let's see, 2 3/8. This one is 2 7/8, and this one is 3 1/2 or so. Yeah. Okay. Freehand Clovises. 3 of them all together in that one item number. All right. 7P08 is a box of broken bifaces. So I just broke this one this morning. It's kind of a banded and silver sheeny type obsidian. It's going to make a Clovis out of this one. This one broke here, and I removed the square edge. This is just a piece of amoeba chert. I didn't have time to nap it down into an arrow point, but that's what it was going to become. Amoeba chert from Sal. This one, however, this is a piece of jasper from, let me think here, I get these mixed up. I think it's from Brian Olson. Yeah. I can't go by my memory, so forgive me if I mess that up. All right. Every time I try to use my memory, it never works. All right, so I was napping. This is a heat treat. It napped okay on this side, but it was very bulbous on this side, so I couldn't flatten it very well. I thought it was going to be, pretty solid all the way through, but it wasn't. It got crunchy down in here. Yeah, it stayed crunchy. It was already crunchy to begin with, but it was a thick, crunchy area. And I thought, well, I can just nap it down and it'll be like this. But no. Anyways, someone could use it. These pieces are stuff I got from Sal. Yeah, and they all had some issues, so I just left them alone. This one has issues in the material where it has layers in it, so I can't get it thin without having those pop up and cause problems. So I just stopped napping it. Yeah, this side looks okay. A little bit of cortex, which is fine. Banded chert. I think that is a heat treat. Same with this. It's a banded chert. I was going to make a regular knife blade out of it, but I don't know. I just stopped and said, "Nah, I'm getting a little bit nervous. If I work on it anymore and try to clean it up, it's going to break." So I said, instead of breaking it, let's just offer it to somebody. It got all divey and messy as I was thinning it, which is kind of typical of unpredictable chert, which this is. It's not as bad as this piece, because this piece has little mysterious layers in it. But this is still not predictable. This was unfortunate here. What I did was I took the Nacho-Matic and tried to get a step fracture out, and it actually dove in. That's the danger of using the Nacho-Matic on these step fractures. The step fracture dove in there, and then I had to try to get it flattened out, and it got really thin. I'm saying to myself, you know what? This is going to break. So I'll just offer it in the Broken Bifaces. All right, so what are the lengths on these? Oh, you saw that overshot on video. I did this on video, and I don't want to mess with it. So you can have it. Let's see, 4.5, 2.5. This is broken, so it doesn't matter much. I don't know, the piece that's the largest piece is like 2 1/4. This one is 5 1/8 or so. This one is 6 inches exactly. Exact. This one is 5 3/8. Yay. I could have used this for another project, but nah. I've got more material I can use for another project that I am working on. All right. In case the guy I'm making a project for is watching the auction, he's going, "Hey, that's a nice blade. I could use it." 7P09 is a box of flint knapping tools. Yeah, flat rate box flint knapping tools. This barely fits in there. Hopefully that'll. This is a very heavy bopper. 14.2 ounces. Yeah. Very front heavy. I'm not using it. I got a new set of boppers from Mike Tufts that has a heavy enough bopper, so I'm probably never going to use it. But somebody is probably in dire need. So yeah. And 3 of these I'm not going to use. I had bought a set of these, and I got some of these for free also. Like these little ones, someone gave me the little ones. But I think I bought this one. I used to write the weights on here, but they get worn off. This is 2.7 ounce, so this is more than 2.7. It's probably about 4 ounces here. 3 or 4 ounces. This one is a 1.7. Yeah, and it's 2.7 ounces. This is just a file handle, but you can use it as a pressure flaker handle. Now these are aluminum rods. I think this is a 1/4. Yeah, 1/4 inch, and these are 1/8 inch. Yeah, these are 1/8 inch. And I use this stuff for pressure flaking when I'm doing aluminum pressure flaking. But I have a bunch of it, so I was looking through my stuff, and I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use these either. They're too flat for me, and they're flexible. They bend a little bit, and that slight bending is enough for me to break points. This one also flexes just slightly. Yeah. So I can't use the ones that are very flexy. This one is not flexible, but I'm not even using it. I think I needed I like a V shape for the notched pads. Yeah. I like this style too, but I've got more like this. And a couple of pieces of copper. Yeah, I'm never going to use these. I've got a lot of this stuff. This bar copper stuff. And these are for, believe it or not, these are for rocker punches. See the little notch there? People are using that on a rocker punch to do the indirect percussion with a little notch. I never use notches on mine. And this, it pivots and you can hit it. And you put a spring or something below it so it'll go back to the same position over and over again. Yeah. These were spring loaded or spring supported. But you can see they've already been used. But I'm never going to use these. Yeah. You can make your own rocker punch. And you might say, I got everything for the rocker punch except the rocker. Well, now you got two rockers. All right. What's a rocker punch? Don't worry about it. Dang it. You worry too much. Like I always say, you're always worrying. Yeah. Okay. Rules. Okay, these are just a short version of the rules. I'm using these little note cards. Okay. There will be an auction here every Monday. I will post the auction video at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, I'll try to get it posted at 4 p.m. Sometimes I might be late. And it will end at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Every time. That I won't be late on. Okay? You bid in the comment section. If you're not able to post a comment, you will not be able to participate in the auction. You bid under one or more of my pre-populated comments. Please include the item number if you're not sure you placed your bid in the correct place. Okay? Kind of self-explanatory. Try not to bid at the last minute. I'm using YouTube's time tracker and it's not always accurate. Okay, just fair warning. Okay, I reserve the right to call the winner as I see fit in any case. Right? Okay, so there's been issues where it's been very close and people have been bidding at the last minute. And sometimes YouTube says you're late, even though you and I both know you're on time. But I got to use a time tracker that everybody sees. So that's why I use YouTube's time tracker. All right? Okay. Look at my previous auctions to see how they work. If you have questions, you can email me or post your questions in the comments section. So my email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com. All right. There is a description of the auction in the description box. I also post this short video clip every time in case you don't like reading. Yeah. There will be a hard close of the auction at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It depends on your time zone, though. It ends at 8 if you're on Central Time, 7 if you're on Mountain Time, and 6 if you're on Pacific Time. Make sure you account for your time zone. Okay? All right. I will begin announcing winners 1 minute after the top of the hour. It may take me up to 45 minutes to announce all the winners, though. Okay, so give me some time to announce all the winners. I will start at 1 minute after the top of the hour because I refresh the comment section to make sure I see everyone's comment and I know what time they bid. Okay. I will hit the heart button if you win. This is the only notification you will receive. There is no private messaging in YouTube. And I will not hunt you down on Facebook or anything like that to announce that you are the winner. I will put a heart on the winning bid. I will heart it or love it or whatever it's called. Okay? All right. As a last resort, I can bid for you if you contact me before the auction ends. However, I will not bid for you closer than 5 minutes prior to closing. Okay? So keep that in mind. Again, my email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com. You can email me if you're having trouble. You can bid as many times as you like. I will only charge you the amount that beats the next highest bidder. This helps to prevent sniping. Okay, so if you're not sure what that means, just look at previous auctions. You'll see that some guys bid a lot toward the end of the auction. They start putting in bids at the last minute just so someone won't snipe them for like $2. You know what sniping is, right? If you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. Did I skip one? No. I will hit the like button if and when I see your bid. It may take me a while, but as the time approaches the closing, I check more frequently. Okay, so this is how you know that I'm seeing your bids or comments. I will hit the like button. Okay, this is very important, especially if you're new. If you suspect that your comments or bids are not being seen, try asking if I see your comments bids. You ask in the comment section. If I don't respond, I can't see your comments or bids. All right, pretty obvious. So if I can't see your comments or bids, you got to try something else, like restart your phone or use someone else's phone or get on your computer to try to bid, or send me an email. Figure out what's going on, because it's usually on your end, right? Yeah. So just try different methods to try to get your comments visible. Shipping is free in the US. International shipping is discounted but not free. Okay? Free in the US, but international shipping is not free. It's $10 extra for a light package, 1 pound or less, and $20 extra if it's heavier than that. Okay? So your international shipping is discounted, but it's not free. Shipping is free in the US. I ship all items through the U.S. Post Office. I will always provide tracking numbers. I will issue refunds if requested. Oh, yes. If you are the winner and you're new, you'll need to email me your name, your address, and preferred method of payment. Or you can ask me what I prefer. I usually prefer PayPal, but I have different payment methods that I use. I accept Venmo, Cash App, PayPal.me, Zelle. Okay, just we'll arrange this in the emails. Okay. Okay, that's it for the cheat notes. Good luck, everybody.